What's up, Blue Nation? It's your boy Jonathan, and welcome back to Jones Corner. Today, we're going to be talking about a couple things. First of all, Avengers Endgame is this close to beating Avatar at the worldwide box office. It just passed it in domestic. It's losing steam, and there's a lot of big movies coming out, so it'll be interesting to see where it ends up, but I still think it's going to beat Avatar. I think it's pretty impossible for it to not beat Avatar. A lot of shows have just ended. We had the season finale of Arrow, which was heartbreaking and wrenching. We had the season finale of The Flash, which was also heartbreaking. And, okay, let's dive into these season finales. As of recording this, I haven't seen the season finale of Legends yet, so we'll skip that one. But Arrow, Ali retires again and finally gets the peaceful life he always wanted, only to have the monitor show up and tell him, you gotta pay your debt that you accumulated back during the last crossover, and so Ali has to leave his family knowing that he'll never return. Setting up next season, the last season. That was damn painful. And then you have the Flash with the daughter, Nora, the most beautiful woman ever, basically getting erased from history. And then you have Supergirl, the death of Lex Luthor, and it's just like, God, man, all of these endings were heartfelt and amazing and spectacular. Oh, and then you have the ending of Game of Thrones. The ending of one of the greatest television shows of all time. That's what I want to talk about today. Game of Thrones. And the fans. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but there will probably be some spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, you're forewarned. But the last season's been hit with a lot of criticism. Some of it warranted. A lot of it, though, just seems obsessive. And I understand that any show that is this beloved and this obsessed over is going to hit backlash. Now, leaving a Starbucks cup and then a water bottle in your shots, that's kind of like, nobody was paying attention. But then at the same time, both of those happened during some of the most critical scenes of the show. How did fans notice it? Were they just... I had issues with the last episode. I had issues with the way they ended things. I did. It rubbed against me the wrong way. I'm not going to lie and say I thought it was perfect or I thought it was spectacular or anything like that. But that being said, I enjoyed it. And the more I sit with it, the more I appreciate certain aspects of it. But there are people... 1 million people have signed a petition to have them refilm it. It's as stupid as all the people who signed a petition to get The Last Jedi remade. I'm not a fan of Disney Star Wars. I was against it to begin with because they killed the EU for it. They got rid of Sword of the Jedi to make these movies. All that nonsense. But the movie is the movie's out. The movie is what it is. Let the people who like it enjoy it. It's not for me. It's not for me. I can go read the books I already read or fantasize about what Sword of the Jedi would have been if the mouse didn't kill Jaina Solo. Looking at you, Disney. Anyways, but I'm not gonna shit on something or say, oh, you need to remake this because I didn't appreciate it. I don't understand the point of these petitions. Like, do you have nothing better in your life to do than to shit on other people's hard work? First of all, this is an adaptation. The real story is still not finished yet. We have 2 books left that we will get one day. I have faith. One day we will get them. And I guarantee you it's going to be drastically different than the show, if for no other reason than the fact that the show left out such critical things that the books had. And those things that they left out or they altered, and this isn't recent stuff, this is stuff that they altered in season 3 and 4 and 5 that would drastically change the outcome of what the show ends as. It would just have to. If you read the books, you'll know what I'm talking about. So this isn't even the real story. This is the adaptation of the story. You don't like how it ends? Go read the books. I'm gonna be waiting a while for the last two, but go read them. They're enjoyable. I just don't understand how you put this much time and passion and energy to shitting on a show you supposedly like. That's what I don't get. Like I said, I had issues with the show. It wasn't what I was expecting. It wasn't what I wanted. But it is what it is, and I'll live with it. And I don't understand this hatred of, and I'm not saying you have to like everything. You can dislike something. That's fine. But starting a petition to have it redone, going out of your way to say, hey, we all hate this. It's like, how entitled can you be? Let's talk about some of the all-time worst endings of television shows. Like, you really think Game of Thrones ending was that bad? Like I said, I bumped up against it. I'd still put it top 15, top 20 greatest endings of all time. Because there have been some atrocious ones. So I'm going to give some highlights of terribly bad endings to TV shows. And these are just off the top of my head because I didn't even think I was going to do this on this episode. First of all, Roseanne. I'm not talking about when they brought it back, but I'm talking about the original show. I'm going to put a spoiler warning here for all the shows. So if you haven't seen the shows, skip ahead. But Roseanne, it all being part of her novel and changing Becky and Darlene's husbands, and her mom wasn't a lesbian, Jackie was, all that. It's just like, why? Why are you... Dan really died. Why are you changing all these things that we followed you? We went on this ride with you. And then at the last minute, you're going to take it away from us and say, nah, just kidding. No, that's bullshit. The Incredible Hulk. I actually like the movie, but I'm dying. This whole time you've been riding with him trying to find a cure, and you kill him? Quantum Leap. The episode ends, and all you get is little words on the bottom of the screen that says, he never makes it home. Are you fucking kidding me? Enterprise. The last episode is literally mid-scene of a season 7 episode of Next Generation. Why? Look, I like Riker. I like Troy. Who the fuck cares about them? This is Enterprise. We're watching a different show. We're not watching Next Generation. We're watching Enterprise. I want to see the crew of the Enterprise. I don't want to see the hologram projection of what happened. Let us live. Like, we spent 4 years with these characters. Let us ride that out to the end. Dexter? He does all this stuff to save his son, and then he just gives his son to another serial killer, fakes his death, and lives as a lumberjack? Are you fucking kidding me? Stupid. Or the worst ending of all time. The ending that literally makes one of the funniest sitcoms completely unwatchable in retrospect, How I Met Your Mother. You spend all this time, and then when you find out that the reason they went with this ending is because they filmed it during season 1, and they just said, okay, we're going to continue with the ending that we originally thought of. You spend all this time looking for the mother, and then you kill her off like that and have him marry Robin? Like, no. Horrible fucking endings. Those are bad endings. Game of Thrones was an average ending. It was alright. It was a little on the better side, because at least Bran being king doesn't make sense to me. It's kind of like, why? But Jon Snow going out beyond... Oh, I guess I'm giving spoilers. Jon Snow going out beyond the wall. That makes sense. Dany dying. That makes sense. Tyrion being hand of the king. That makes sense. Sansa saying the North will be independent. That makes sense. I personally thought all 7 kingdoms were going to break up and be their own kingdoms again. But whatever. And them creating a council to elect the next king. I like that. All these things I could roll with. I enjoyed. I liked. Bran being king really bothered me. It really did. How do we have a wall when the wall was destroyed last season? Why is there a Night's Watch when the wildlings aren't bad and there's no King of the Dead anymore? And did Jon give up his duty and abandon his post to go live the wildlings? That ending? I don't know. So there were things I bumped up against, but it's not How I Met Your Mother bad. It's not Buffy, Angel, The Shield good. I mean, nothing in this life will ever be as good as the ending to The Shield. That's just a fact. It's not as amazing as the ending to Psych, but it was a damn good ending. And even if you didn't like it, even if you bumped up against it like I did, just stop shitting on other people's work. You want to see something better? Go make something better. Because at the end of the day, it's their art, it's their story to tell. And even if you have issues with it, it's theirs. It's not yours. And that's, I think, what we as a people have kind of lost sight of. You don't own this. They do. Let them enjoy it. Now, things like, I do have issue when people take things from the creator and then alter it from the creator's vision, which I do feel kind of happened here. I don't think this is the ending George R. R. Martin would have come up with. But we will eventually get his ending, and then we can compare and contrast. Just enjoy it for what it is, and let's be honest, we're all going to watch the prequel series, and we're probably going to love that too. Just let's stop with all the negativity and hate, and let's just enjoy things. And if you don't enjoy it, then move on and watch something else. I don't know. But I'm Jonathan. This is John's Corner. You can check us out all over the internet. Until next time, give us legends.